You are 23 years old when the card gets declined. It happens at a gas station on a Wednesday night. The pump won't take it, so you walk inside. You hand the card to the cashier. He runs it. He runs it again. He hands it back without looking at you. There is a woman behind you with a gallon of milk and a bag of ice. She sighs. She actually sighs out loud. You mumble something that sounds like sorry. You walk out of the gas station with your tank reading E and your face burning, and you sit in the driver's seat for a long time before you start the engine. You drive home with one eye on the gauge and the other on the road, and you do not turn the radio on because there is nothing on the radio that you can stand to hear right now. You park in front of your apartment building. You do not go inside. You sit in the car. Your phone is on the passenger seat. You pick it up. You open your bank app. The screen says $11.42. It is the 11th of the month. Rent was due yesterday. You think about calling your dad. You do not. Your dad is 64 years old. He works construction. His knees are gone. His back is gone. He talks about retiring someday. You both pretend that day is real. Sometimes when he picks up the phone, you can hear how tired he is in the first syllable, and you cannot bring yourself to add anything to that weight. So you say everything is fine, and he says everything is fine, and you both hang up. He is on a path. You are on the same path. You can feel it in your hands, the way the steering wheel still feels warm. You see your future. It is 40 more years of $11 Wednesdays. You go upstairs. You do not eat. You lie on your bed in the dark. And then, sometime around midnight, you do something you have never done before. You pick up your phone, and instead of opening it to escape, you open it to find an answer. You type into YouTube the dumbest, most desperate query you have ever typed. You type, how to stop being broke. You hit search. You watch a video, then another. The algorithm catches on. By 2 a.m, you are deep into a kind of content you did not know existed. People talking about something called retirement. People talking about why some people who started saving at 22 are millionaires at 60, and others who waited 10 years are not. People talking about something they keep calling the curve. Around 4 a.m, you find the video. The one. It is not famous. Not really. It has 2.3 million views. Some guy at a kitchen table. He has a cup of coffee, a graph he made in Excel, and 9 minutes of the simplest math you have ever heard. He explains that money grows, not the way you have been treating it, which is earn it, spend it, repeat. Money grows. If you put it somewhere and leave it, it makes more money, and that money makes more money, and the longer you leave it, the more violently the curve bends upward. He shows the graph, 2 lines. One starts at 22, one starts at 32. Same monthly contribution, same rate of return. By 65, the early one has nearly double what the late one has, not because they saved more, because they gave the money 10 extra years. He says one sentence that lodges itself in your chest and does not move for the next 40 years. He says time is the only variable you cannot get back. You sit up. You open the calculator. You type in 500. You set the rate at 10%, because that is what he said the market averages. You set the time at 40 years, because you are 23 and you do not want to die at a job site like your father. You hit equals. The number is $3,160,000. You assume the calculator is broken. You type it again, same number. You contribute $240,000 of your own money over those 40 years. The other $2.9 million is just the curve. You sit in the dark of your bedroom with your phone in your hand, and you understand for the first time in your life that the difference between your father and the people who do not end up like your father is not luck, and it is not income, and it is not even discipline. It is time, and time is the one thing you still have. You do not sleep. By sunrise, you have opened a brokerage account. You have linked your checking. You have looked at the auto transfer field and you have typed in 500, and then you have stared at it, and then you have deleted it, and then you have typed 50. Because the truth is you do not have 500. You have $11.42 and a tank that reads E, but 50, you have 50, you can do. You stand in your kitchen at 7 a.m, holding a mug of the cheapest coffee in the grocery store, and you look at the confirmation email on your phone and you laugh. A small, exhausted laugh. Because for the first time in your life, You have done something for the version of yourself that does not yet exist. The first 6 months are uglier than the video made it sound. You stop ordering food. You cancel everything. You drive past the coffee shop on the way to work every morning and you do not stop. 3 months in, your car breaks down. $1,200. You almost pull from the brokerage account. You borrow from a friend instead. Eat the shame. Keep going. Year 1 ends. Your account is worth $640. You contributed $600. You grew $40. You stare at the number and feel insane. You almost stop. You remember the man in the video saying the first 10 years feel like nothing. The second 10 are when the math starts bending. The third are when it gets ridiculous. You keep going. Year 2, $1,340. Year 3, you get a raise. You bump to $250 a month. Account hits $4,600. Year 4, $8,200. Year 5, you bump again. This time to $500 a month and the account hits $15,300. 5% of your friends know how much money you have and they all guess wrong because you drive the same old Civic and you eat at home and you order the cheapest thing on the menu when you go out. You feel a different kind of broke now, the kind that is choosing. You are 28 years old when the market crashes. It happens fast. 6 weeks. Your account, which had been at $65,000, drops to just under $44,000, $21,000. Gone. You sit at the kitchen table at 11 at night, laptop open, cursor hovering over the sell all button. You scroll Twitter. Everyone is panicking. Everyone is saying it is the end. You think about your father. You hear his voice saying, very quietly, the way he said it once when he thought you were not listening, I should have started in my 20s. You close the laptop. You go to bed. You do not sell. The next month, your auto transfer goes through as it has every month for 5 years. So does the one after that. So does the one after that. 18 months later, the market has passed where it was before the crash. Your account is at $95,000. The shares you bought during the worst weeks of your life are worth significantly more than what you paid for them. You did nothing, and that decision made you about $30,000. You are 30 years old. You realize looking at your phone one morning over breakfast that none of your old friends have any idea that you have $115,000 in an index fund. They see the Civic. They see the home cooking. They think you are still struggling. You are not struggling. You are quietly, invisibly, doing the math that none of them are doing. At 33, your account hits $200,000 for the first time. You do not tell anyone. You make yourself coffee and stand at your kitchen window and watch the sun come up. The number sits in your pocket all day. The secret you carry. At 35, $290,000. At 37, $400,000. At 39, $560,000. Every raise gets funneled into the curve. You hold your lifestyle steady. You still drive an old car. You still cook at home. You still have not told your father, because telling him would feel like an accusation. At 40, your account is worth $680,000. That year, the market goes up roughly 18%. You make $122,000 in growth in 12 months without doing anything. That is more than your entire salary the year you started. The compound interest for the first time is now making more money than you are. This is the third decade. This is when it gets ridiculous. At 45, $1.15 million. At 50, $1.8 million. At 55, $2.7 million. At 60, $3.9 million. Your father is in a small apartment now on Social Security and the quiet checks you send him every month under the name of a fake charity, because he would never accept the money if he knew it came from you. He does not know about any of it. He has never known. You sit with him on his porch sometimes and you watch him watch the trees and you do not say anything, because there is nothing to say that would not sound like a wound. You retire at 62, exactly when you planned to 40 years earlier. The night you sat up in bed and thought your calculator was broken. Your account is worth $5 million. You contributed approximately $500,000 over those 40 years. The other $4.5 million is just the curve doing what it does. The day you retire, you drive to the gas station. The same one. It is still there. Older. Like everything else. You pull up to the pump, you insert the card, you squeeze the handle. You fill the tank all the way. You do not check the balance on your phone. You have not had to check it in 20 years, but the muscle memory of checking is still in your hand, and you let it go, and you watch the numbers count up on the pump and feel nothing but the warm evening air on your face. When you walk inside to grab a coffee, the cashier is different, younger. He does not know you. You do not know him. You pay. You take your coffee. You walk out into the parking lot. You sit in the driver's seat of your car for a long time, the way you sat in the driver's seat of your car 40 years ago, in this exact parking lot. Alone, broke, 23 years old. You think about that kid. You think about how close he came to going inside that night, lying down, and never finding the video. You think about the $11.42. You start the engine. You drive home, 40 years late, exactly on time.